Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 9 of Durarara, Ketsu. This episode, guys, they're really dragging out that fight, aren't they? But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Although, there is that little percentage of me that's just like, give me the full fight, but you know, overall, I am okay with it. And Izaya, man, he really wants Shizuo dead. This time, Izaya says that the bulldozer thing, the cranes and stuff like that, those were all distractions. They were traps and stuff. When really, he was building up carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. He was building that up in the air so that Shizuo could suffocate. And it didn't matter if Izaya died in the process. He needed Shizuo dead, even if it costs his own life. And Shizuo, once again, he shows Izaya that he's really more of a monster than a human. Because Shizuo survives after Izaya lit up a match, okay, to explode the entire area. Celti came and kind of like wiped out the blast. And Shizuo pops up, moving the very spot where Izaya stands. And then Izaya's like blasted over to the next building over. And then you see his face, man. That's a face I've never seen on Izaya. You see, Shinra, he was talking over to that girl who tossed the head. I don't remember her name, probably never gonna remember her name. But Shinra, he was talking to the girl, okay? And the girl was saying how, like, she's asking what she can do to really make Izaya suffer, like what destroys him, things like that. Shinra says that Izaya is more human than any of us, and that his soul is very fragile. Now, I was very confused by this statement at first. Izaya? Fragile? What? He acts like the god of Ikebukuro, just tormenting a bunch of other people, playing around with everyone's lives. How can someone like that be fragile? But there were signs. There were signs that Izaya does have a rather fragile soul. It's mainly shown within the flashbacks. For example, this was over in Durarara 10 when Izaya stuck up for Shinra and is torturing that one dude for like the rest of his life, all because he stabbed Shinra. Or how he saved his sisters. He doesn't want to admit that he did, but he saved his sisters. It's just these small little signs that show that, yeah, Izaya really isn't all that strong. That was so interesting. My mind was totally blown. And then, again, I gotta bring that up. The face he made. I'll have it in my thumbnail, okay? Just when he got up from that hit. What was that? He doesn't make faces like that. That was so strange to see. That was a different side of Izaya. Never thought I'd ever get to see. Kind of worries me. Things aren't going his way. He just wants Shizuo dead, and that's not happening. Every single time he hits Shizuo, Shizuo comes back 10 times stronger. It's freaking him out, and he doesn't know what to do. That's scary. Really scary. In the meantime, we have Erika caught in the Saika apocalypse still, and Kyohei, Walker, and Driver Guy, they're out to go try to find her, and we see that the zombie-like Saikas, if they touch another person, they'll also be consumed by Saika. And speaking of Saika, Akabayashi is actually having a little bit of trouble with Saika, and even though he ripped his eye out where Saika cut him, it's like hints of Saika is still within him. It's not so bad where he's completely consumed, but it's there in the back of his mind and it's a little bothersome. And then moving on over with Shinra, he is a lot more human than the average person who's consumed by Saika. I think he's trying to fight it off. When someone gets cut by Saika, they say like, I love you, mother, I love you this and that, and they know exactly what to do next. Which is whatever it is the mother Saika wants them to do. Shinra, on the other hand, even though his eyes are completely red, they're not even flickering, they're completely red, so he should be completely consumed by Saika. Instead, he escapes from where he was being held hostage, and he's trying to find Celti. Celti's the only thing on his mind. That kind of makes Shina a little bit of a badass, don't you think? He's able to fight off Saika just like that? No trouble whatsoever? Dude, that's awesome! It scares me to think how this season's going to end. It's kind of funny though, because basically when you think about it, all of Ketsu took place in a matter of like 2 days. We have so many more things just getting more and more chaotic. As per usual of Durarara style, after each and every arc, things just get worse and worse until you have the end, which is always gonna blow our minds, and as always, I am not prepared and never will be prepared. Catch me later as I review Haikyuu Season 2 and Utoremono Itsuware no Kamen. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.